Hey guys, today is a video about a very cool makeup trend coming from Korea that is a little bit tough to replicate but looks fantastic. It's a bit more editorial than wearable simply because most of the products are cream products, and except for extremely dry skin types like myself, so I wear this look out, that's all I'm saying. But if you don't have an extremely dry skin type, this might not last on you at all, simply because it is supposed to be this ultra glowy, glossy almost look. And you can see that my entire skin is absolutely glowing and is completely radiant and very, very minimal otherwise. So the focus of this look is really on skin and achieving this glass finish, this really glossy look on the skin. I'll show you what I do to achieve this really, really glowy, glossy look of the skin. And I have a super minimalistic thing going on the rest of the face. There's almost no product on the eyes at all. So let's start with skin prep. Obviously, prepping your skin is one of the most important things you can do. I already cleansed it, very gentle with my skincare. I do have decent skin with some hyperpigmentation issues. The purpose of this look is not to hide your skin completely. The purpose of this look is really to celebrate the skin that you do have. So in terms of prepping the skin, I start with Turnaround Revitalizing Lotion by Clinique. Any essence, hydrating essence or lotion or toner will do. That's the one I had on hand, so that's the one I used. If it's not enough moisture, you can always do a spray over before or after you apply your cream, depends on what you like. I have my Clinique Moisture Surge face spray on hand today. I didn't have to use it. And then the last step of my prep, of course, you can incorporate a serum at any point. For me today, I decided against it. I wanted to have a very, very nice layer of moisture, and for that I used my Living Libations Rose Glow Cream, which is a fantastic under makeup moisturizer. It's sort of gel consistency. It lays under most foundations and concealers very, very nicely. It looks very natural, smells great, smells like roses. I think an outstanding moisturizing cream for sure. And then for my base or for coverage is really, you choose what you do. If you have a glowy foundation that you want to wear, go for it. It's going to be great. For me, this look is really all about natural beauty of your skin and showing off the skin that you do have while minimizing some of the flaws that are there. So for me, I didn't use a foundation, I just used a concealer. My concealer of choice right now is Amazonian Clay Waterproof 12-Hour Concealer from Tarte. It is a very fair shade, the fairest they have, and I do use it under my eyes mostly, but also to conceal, pinpoint conceal some things around my face. You don't have to do that. You still can get glossy skin with some minor imperfections. Honestly, people arm distance away from you are not going to care. You can also use a brush. I recommend smaller brushes because we're going to work with smaller sections of the skin to make sure that it's nice and buffed in and glossy. For me, I use small stipple brush today, but really you can use any brush. This is an e.l.f. brush, so it's super affordable, like $3 I think. If you're using cream products in your looks, and you really should, unless you have an absolutely beast of a skin that doesn't tolerate anything emollient, I recommend definitely switching to synthetic brushes. Not only is it cruelty-free, but also it's not going to soak up as much foundation as a natural bristle brush would. So for me, this is a synthetic brush I had on hand. So the main ingredient, so to say, to achieving this glossy skin look is a cream all over color. It can be something like RMS Beauty, which I have and love, and I will definitely be filming a separate look video, probably also incorporating glass skin trend. But today I pulled out my Project Ham products, and this is a MAC cream color base duo in Shell and in Luna. These cream color bases are extremely good at creating the sheen on the skin. So basically with my buffing brush, I buffed it all over my cheek area for a little hint of color and lots of sheen. It looks very natural. So these are the two products that really make the biggest difference in this look. And I want to emphasize the fact that sheer concealer, pinpoint concealing is really what you want to go for, because you want to show off your skin. You don't want to mask it completely, because that will never look naturally radiant and glossy. That will look only good in photos. You won't be able to actually wear that look. If you actually have a big layer of foundation, you won't be able to wear it out and about. And Luna, the lighter color of the duo, I used as a highlighter on the tops of my cheekbones for even more highlight and shine, as well as I dabbed it on top of my eyelids. Now that is going to crease, and that's okay. That's just part of the look. There aren't any super glossy, creamy products that are not going to crease on your eyes, so you might as well get over it and just, you know, whatever. It's gonna crease, it's fine. I'm moving on to eyebrows here, and for that you can use whatever eyebrow product of preference you have. Some people like pomades, some people like pencils, some people like powders, whatever. I have all of those, all of the above, and I love using all of the above. Today, however, I used the Pixie Natural Brow Duo, and this is a good color for my brows. You can see that this applies very naturally and sits well with my skin tone, sits well with my hair color, and it's a sort of a thicker angled pencil. And then on top of that, I did apply the brow gel that comes with it, and I do like the brow gel. I think it's really nice. It's rather a small size, and I'm most of the way through it because I don't only use it when I use the pencil. I use it all the time, but this is a really decent product. I would recommend you check it out. It's quite waxy. If you have an issue though with products being too waxy and pulling out your eyebrows as you apply them, then this will do that because it is quite waxy. If you have that issue, and you don't want to lose your brow hairs, I would recommend you go in with a powder or a pomade. Better powder because that's the most benign of all in terms of pulling on your eyebrows. For cheeks, moving on, I have a wonderful little treat here for myself, and this is a cheek palette from Stila, and it's called Sunrise Splendor Convertible Color Dual Lip and Cheek Palette. These convertible cheek and lip colors are just fantastic. If you're not as much into clean beauty as I am, you will be thrilled with this creamy, lovely selection of colors. Today, I'm using, I believe it's Lilium, this cool brown-based pink. This is a really wonderful color selection, I think, for any season, and I'm actively using this palette right now. I'm really hopeful to find clean beauty alternatives. Definitely RMS Beauty is very nice. It's very, very pigmented. These are easier to work with than RMS, in my opinion. I would like to find something similar in clean beauty to these Stila guys, because these are absolutely outstanding. Now we're moving on to the lashes. Like I said, really, you want a super natural look to go with this kind of skin, because the gloss and the texture of the skin is really what should take over the look, take the precedent of everything else in the look. And really nice long separated lashes is something that looks very pretty with this particular look. I have my Clinique Lash Building Primer on as a primer, and then topped by High Impact Mascara from Clinique as well. And these work really well together, but the primer works well on its own as well. I really like the result. I think these are really pretty long fluttery lashes, just like I like. I'm not a big fan of clumpy lashes. I know some people like that look, me not so much. So I do definitely prefer a more separated lash, and this duo gives me just that, just what I like. If being photographed is not the only purpose of this look for you, I would suggest that you do pinpoint powder setting. The more oily you are, the more setting powder you use. Easy equation. I do recommend that you focus on using the tiniest little brush you can find that is somewhat fluffy. I use a loose setting powder from Nude by Nature, and it's called Translucent Loose Finishing Powder. And I use the tiny little brush from Real Techniques. It's called Base Shadow Brush. I set only where I applied concealer under the eyes. I set a little bit around the nose because that's where my pores are, and I want to blur those a little bit. And just a touch on my chin where I concealed some hyperpigmentation, and that's it. Like, I used next to no powder at all. The idea is really to preserve the glow, but you also want your makeup to stay, so you use as much powder as you need to for your skin type. Regardless of your skin type, I would leave the cheeks alone. I would leave most of the forehead alone. I would leave the nose bridge alone, definitely. And then I would definitely recommend using a small brush, because that is really the key to not over powdering tiny areas. That's it for today. I hope it was fun for you to see me apply my glowy glass skin makeup. I think it's a nice look. I think this version of this look is very wearable. Sometimes on Instagram you see an extreme version of this look, and really your hair is going to be sticking to it. You're going to smudge all over the place, and it's not going to be long lasting at all, not even moderately long lasting, and you're not going to be able to wear it. However, with minimal coverage, pinpoint concealing, and pinpoint setting, I think this is quite a wearable look that you can pull off, and it's going to fade away very gracefully, revealing your natural skin. Obviously, throughout the day, you're looking totally fresh, and none of the products are really noticeable on your skin. Everything looks very blended, very meshed in with the skin, melded in, and just pretty. It's just very pretty makeup. I hope it was fun for you guys to see. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye bye.